We all remember that exact moment when we lost respect for someone. It's often a light bulb moment and you walk away feeling relieved the drama is over and you can close that chapter. These 15 celebs fell from grace and only have themselves to blame. Number 1. Tony Lopez. TikTok superstar Tony Lopez had nearly 23 million followers and over 1 billion likes on TikTok, so what could have possibly gone wrong? He and his brother Andreas are the Lopez brothers, who collected a sizable following thanks to their dance duos and challenges. Lopez lives at the Hype House with 19 social media influencers and has made headlines for allegedly sexually abusing 2 minors and soliciting nude photos from them. The girls, who were 15 and 16, said that Lopez lured, persuaded, coerced, and groomed them into sending nude images and partaking in sexual relations. Lopez denies all charges and is yet to be arrested or charged. It's not the first time that he's received similar allegations, of which he didn't deny. All he said was that he stopped when he learned the truth. Number 2. Bill Cosby. Everyone's favorite dad and funny man literally plummeted off his pedestal when news broke that he was a serial sexual predator with more than 60 cases of sexual assault filed against him. He's currently serving between 3 and 10 years in jail. He was accused of drugging and molesting Andrea Constand in 2004 at his home in Philadelphia. In April 2018, the court found him guilty of 3 counts of aggravated sexual assault, and more than 60 women came forward to confirm that he had drugged and sexually assaulted them too. His sexual misconduct spanned over 43 years across 10 U.S. states and in Canada. Many honors awarded to him were taken away. He'll be celebrating his 84th birthday behind bars this year. Number 3. Myka and James Stauffer. It hasn't been an easy journey for YouTube couple Myka and James Stauffer. They adopted a Chinese boy back in 2017 and shared and monetized the entire process. The couple had many of their adoption costs sponsored by brands such as Draft. With several children already, one more wouldn't have made much of a difference, except the little boy had been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder level 3, providing challenges the couple were unable to meet. They eventually stopped featuring Huxley in posts, and fans began to worry. When the couple eventually announced they had rehomed him, the backlash was intense. They lost the respect, love, and support from thousands of their followers. And Aluxers, remember to subscribe to our channel where we have so many excellent videos for you to watch, curated especially with you in mind. Number 4. Lance Armstrong. Armstrong has solid advice. The riskiest thing you can do is get greedy. And it's that greed that led him to fuck with the system and ultimately lose everything. So, how did the American sports hero fall so hard? He was the winner of 7 consecutive Tour de France titles. He overcame testicular cancer and went on to release an autobiography, started the Live Strong Foundation with its symbolic yellow wristband, and raised millions to fight the battle of the disease. Things went pear-shaped for Armstrong after his first Tour de France win, when he was accused of doping. He explained it away, citing he needed specific creams for saddle sores. Well, those saddle sores must have lasted a long time, because in the end he had over 1,000 pages of evidence against him, and he was stripped of all titles and respect. Number 5. Zoe Laverne. Just 6 months ago, she had over 17 million TikTok followers, 2.9 million on Instagram, 500,000 on YouTube, and around 27,000 followers on Twitter. And now, to add to her list of growing numbers, she has 43,000 signatures petitioning to have her banned from TikTok. So, what went wrong with the 19-year-old's fame that caused such controversy? Well, quite a few things. She locked lips with a 13-year-old fan and developed feelings for him. Some articles go deeper, stating that she abused and groomed him. She's also had cheating and abuse allegations against her by her ex-boyfriend, Cody Orlov. But in turn, audio was leaked of him physically harming her as well. Laverne is also known for her outbursts on social media. She stepped away from social media and on November 2nd posted on Instagram stating she's checked herself into a hospital for a while. However, one responder had this to say about the announcement: she should check herself into jail. Number 6. Michael Jackson. NPR.org released an article with a timeline of the quarter of a century that Michael Jackson got away with sexual abuse, as well as other civil and criminal lawsuits. December 1986, James Safechuck meets Michael Jackson at a Pepsi ad set. Jackson befriends the family of the 10-year-old California boy, and so begins the downward trajectory. In August 1993, LA police began investigating Jackson after 4 more accusations of sexual abuse are brought forward. Police find nothing. September 1993, a family file a lawsuit against him. They settle the case for more than $20 million, and Jackson says he didn't do anything wrong. His sister LaToya confirms that Michael did abuse the young boys. On June 13, 2005, he was found not guilty of all charges against him. One of the many pieces of incriminating evidence was brought forward by one child, Jordy Chandler. As you know, Jackson had vitiligo, a skin disease which causes discoloration. Chandler drew a picture of the underside of Jackson's penis, which was put in a sealed envelope. Investigators photographed Jackson's genitalia, and when the image was taken from the envelope, they were a match. Number 7. Logan Paul. The story of Logan Paul is a stark reminder of how one stupid move can completely backfire. Paul was a well-known YouTuber who gained fame through his practical jokes. Within 2 years, he was one of the most followed social media stars on YouTube. He seemed unstoppable until December 2019. He went to visit Aokigahara, also known as Suicide Forest in Japan. While he was filming himself in the infamous forest, he saw a dead body and seemed to make light of the suicide. It wasn't well received, and he was hit with massive criticism. He was hardly seen online after that, but did make what appeared to be a genuine, heartfelt apology. In his words, he said, "It was the perfect storm of circumstance, ignorance, ego, and downright stupidity." Paul has done everything in his power to earn trust and respect back, and we think he's doing a good job so far. Number 8. Tonya Harding. I, Tonya. If you haven't watched it yet, do yourself a favor. Starring Margot Robbie, I, Tonya is a film about the world's most notorious figure skater in history. The film is loosely based on the real-life events of Tonya Harding and her rival Nancy Kerrigan. She was an incredible ice skater and in 1991 was the first American woman to land a triple axel during competition and only the second woman in history to do so. Her decline began on the 6th of January 1994, one day before the U.S. Figure Skating Championships. Harding's ex-husband and her one-time bodyguard tried to break Nancy Kerrigan's leg, striking it through a curtain with a baton. Fortunately, they didn't break her leg, but it left it terribly bruised and unable to take part in the competition. Although not directly involved in the attack, it was speculated that she did have knowledge of it and was banned from skating ever again. She's had a slow journey to recovery and gaining respect again, but sadly, these stories just never leave you. Number 9. Belle Gibson. So what is Belle Gibson's claim to fame? The former social media personality had a lot going for her. She was a highly respected wellness blogger behind The Whole Pantry, mobile app, and accompanying cookbook. Gibson claimed she had cancer and she was going to cure her cancer through holistic means, including exercise, alternative therapies, and diet. She also claimed to have given away a lot of her income to charitable causes. As altruistic as all this sounds, it was fake. She lied about her cancer, her history, her personal life, all the big charitable donations, and she even lied about her age. All along, Gibson had profited from her bullshit story, going on extravagant holidays, buying designer clothes, and renting an upmarket apartment. She was fined $410,000 for breaking consumer laws, which she has yet to pay. Number 10. Charlie Sheen. Where do we even begin with the 2.5 Men star? He was once the highest paid TV actor of all time, who was allegedly earning $1.25 million per episode of 2.5 Men. If you'd like to compare that to other TV actors, be sure to watch our video, 15 of the highest paid TV actors 2021. Sheen has had numerous scandals and controversies over the years, though. But things came to a head when a very public spat occurred between him and Chuck Lorre, the creator of 2.5 Men. From there, things unfolded. He admitted to being addicted to cocaine and behaved poorly on set, saying he wouldn't work if things didn't change. Things did change. They fired him. Then we've got his HIV status, his rape allegations, his heavy spending on prostitutes, domestic violence, blacklisting, absconding on maintenance, and we can go on, but it's time to move on to our next one. Number 11. Jeffree Star. Is Jeffree Star too big to fail? That's the question asked by Vox.com, and they think maybe so. He's YouTube's beauty guru and has been accused of on- and off-camera racism, misogyny, and threatening to beat up other beauty bloggers. Each time he does something wrong, he apologizes. These apologies rack up millions of views, which translate into more money for Star. Let's put all of that aside and see what his most recent misdemeanors are. It would have to be his cremated eye color palette. The palette comes in shades of gothic neutral, and critics are slamming the celeb for being insensitive and tone deaf. Under normal circumstances, people wouldn't have batted an eyelid, pun intended. Except the palette was released during COVID when people were losing loved ones on the daily and having to cremate them. As one Twitter user said, Jeffree Star really released a cremation-themed palette in the middle of a global pandemic in which bodies of thousands killed by COVID are being cremated, and still his deranged lil fans will eat it up. Number 12. Kevin Spacey. The rise and fall of Kevin Spacey goes a little like this. The two-time Oscar award-winning actor was at the height of his career and had a string of blockbuster releases behind him. But all that went to shit in October 2017, when actor Anthony Rapp accused him of coming on to him sexually when he was just 14 years old. Subsequently, a further 30 allegations have surfaced against him. House of Cards killed off his character, and Netflix has cut ties with him. The last film he was in was Billionaire Boys Club, which was in 2018. Number 13. Ellen DeGeneres. She's become the celeb that everyone loves to hate on, and it's speculated her talk show slot might be replaced with Kelly Clarkson. Suffice it to say, Ellen has had a rough 2020. She's been accused of being a complete bully on and off the set, and her toxic workplace environment goes against her well-known slogan of "be kind to one another." A tweet by Kevin T. Porter opened the can of worms when he asked for people to come forward with their own mean stories about Ellen, and things went downhill pretty quick. The final insult was when she started broadcasting from home and referred to lockdown as being in prison, which, if you can imagine her lavish home with ample space, is nothing like prison at all. And speaking of people being insensitive during COVID, our next family are way up there. Number 14. The Kardashians. How many times have the Kardashians broken COVID regulations? We've lost count. Kylie has just broken protocol to take a family vacation to celebrate Stormi's 3rd birthday. Kim celebrated her 40th with friends and family on a private island, and they've been clubbing, having big gatherings for Thanksgiving, celebrating Kendall's 25th birthday with over 100 guests, a birthday party for Scott Disick, and we can go on, but we won't, because we have the most bizarre incident to share with you next. Number 15. Madonna. It's been a steady decline for Madge, but the strangest bathroom scene that occurred mid-COVID was the final straw. In the video clip she uploaded, she's in the bathtub surrounded by rose petals, candles, and clearly opulent luxury, and while naked in the tub proclaims that COVID is the great equalizer. She continues to say, "And what's terrible about it is what's great about it. What's terrible about it is it's made us all equal in many ways. And what's wonderful about it is that it's made us all equal in many ways." Respect that much, Aluxers? We didn't think so. So, which celebrity has lost your respect and why? We always love hearing from you in the comments. Now you stuck with us until the end, we owe you a bonus. Here it is. We won't lie, MIA has been a little missing in action over the past few years, but her out-of-touch comment when she declared that she would choose death before getting a vaccine against the coronavirus was not so well received. She tweeted, "If I have to choose the vaccine or chip, I'm going to choose death. Yalla!" It did not do her any favors with so many lives lost during this time, and the already small number of fans she had left had dwindled even more. Thanks for watching, Aluxers. We always value you and your support. Remember to subscribe and give this one a thumbs up if you liked it.